Riverside.
It's time for GORP, everybody. You're here, so are we. I have a beer, and that rhymes. This is GORP. Welcome. That, of course, stands for Generously Orphans Receive Presents. And on the topic of presents today, the theme is toys. We're talking about toys. It's one of the oldest things that humans have invented. And we love them. We keep them. We cherish them. My name is Josh. Who else is here?
I'm Jess. I don't think those are the oldest things, but we'll say they are today.
I think kids have been playing for things. Kids have been playing for things. We can tell it's midnight here. Kids have been playing with things for quite a while. Who's to say what a toy is, right?
Yeah.
And for all those wondering who the hell I am talking, it is Fry from the Sad Fan Media Group.
Oh, yeah, he's playing producer today. Yeah, maybe not the oldest thing invented, but kids pick up a stick, now it's a soldier, etc., whatever. We got we got a tub full of topics. It's a toy tub, perhaps. I'm really thrilled about today's theme. I'm crazy about toys. I have one right here. Oh, I got this guy. He's got gun hands.
You're good. You're good. Just
What is that?
I think he's from Mech Assault from the 90s.
I was going to say it looks like a mech. Oh, God, I should have said it. I was going to say it looks like a mech.
His shoulders come up, and he has rockets in his shoulders, so that's cool. Anyway.
That was a cool video game for a while.
Yeah. Dave & Buster's had a really cool, there's Dr. Octopus, of course, alternate costume. What's the first topic?
Be like Roger from American Dad. Dive right in.
This works. Toys in Hollywood. Perfect.
Hollywood. Oh, yeah. First one comes to mind is Transformers. I mean, it was invented to make a cartoon. They made a movie that was a zeitgeist former. They killed off Optimus. Spoiler.
Cars, okay. You know what, Cars, though? I feel like Disney can be sued for copyright infringement with Cars, Jess. Because do you remember those Chevron gas stations that used to have
talk
the
to
cars
each other?
Yes,
yeah.
And they blink and shit with the headlights. Like my mom collected those, and when Cars came out, it just occurred to me. I was like, "Holy crap! Disney might have been copying Chevron for all those years."
You never know.
Oh yeah, we
Maybe
can't
the
forget
same
Toy
guy
Story.
invented both.
Yeah.
Oh, Toy Story.
Well, I don't want to get too far off topic, that is right on topic, pardon me, but too far away from what you had said initially too, Josh. And I don't want to skip over Cars because I'm sure there's some meat on that bone. But Josh, when you said first one that comes to your mind was Transformers,
yeah,
I was like, I remember, I think I was still in the Air Force when it was announced that Hasbro signed a deal with a movie studio, and I was like, what the hell are they going to do with this? And then we got Real Steel about the boxing robots with Hugh Jackman.
I love that movie. That's one of my favorite movies.
Based on Rock'em Sock'em Robots. It's based on Rock'em.
Incredible.
So good.
How do you write a movie
I'm
about
being
that?
Adam.
No, but I'm with Josh. How do you write a movie that somebody's like, all right, we get Hugh Jackman and we take it from there.
Yep.
And then Battleship. What was it? Battleship came out of that, right?
Game, but same thing. It's a toy, kind of.
Yeah. But Hasbro owns it.
Yeah.
I think Clue. Same with Clue and those type of movies too.
I think was Clue a game before it was a movie, or was it a movie?
Yes, it was a game before a movie, but it kind of invented the whodunit movie. There really wasn't one before that. They made plays about it, and Clue was it sort of invented a genre, kind of. Of course, there were books previous, etc., but in mass media, the board game Clue kind of kicked that shit off. Pretty hot.
I want to make sure we circle back to Cars, but look what it's become now, because now people have murder mystery nights at their house and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I mean, do you think the inventor of Clue or inventors or the creators, they envision one day in 2022 they're going to be doing murder mystery dinners?
Live
and you know what? That's exactly right on topic with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. because the guy who invented Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, it was just kind of sort of a spoof on X-Men / Daredevil. And then out of fucking nowhere, it becomes this huge sensation. And like to this day, the creator's like, it was a stupid joke. And like, I just wanted to draw some ninjas.
Who's your favorite turtle?
My favorite turtle is I want to say Donatello, but as a kid it was Michelangelo.
Michelangelo all the way. I don't know why.
Michelangelo. And then I went through phases. Did anyone go through turtle phases?
Oh,
so
definitely.
Michelangelo as a child, like for a long time. So and then there were times in my like mid, I guess, tween to teen where I was like, I'm definitely Raphael. I'm definitely a badass. I'm definitely like a freaking Ronin that goes out on my own and handles his shit.
Ronin on my own.
And then you go through then I go through my nerd stage where I kind of feel like I'm a Donatello, where I'm learning things and I need to study up. And then I go through my you know what? You just need to stand tall and be the leader. You need to make sure you're patient, calm, and in control of what's going on. That's your Leonardo phase, right?
Yeah, Leo.
So I definitely think that we go through each one of those phases.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
No.
But there's been so many iterations of just that one. Like, the original concept of Ninja Turtles it's been revisited here and there, but it's so far beyond, has its own universe times 5, 6, 7. It's incredible. And then you go into stuff like we said, Transformers have been adapted so many times. It's something else. Hollywood's done some cool things to keep things alive.
You know what's funny about that, and I need to get back to Jessica and Cars, but that was so perfect that you brought Ninja Turtles, because that might be your ideal toy. I guess it's comic book, then toy, then movie. But I remember the cartoon show, and all I wanted was the Ninja Turtles toys when that came out. Like, that's all I wanted. So Toys in Hollywood, Ninja Turtles, it meshes perfectly. And Jessica, Cars. Why was Cars the first thing that came to your mind?
Because I have a Rusty's semi-truck sitting right there. I've also got a Chewbacca. I've got Buzz Lightyear.
Buzz.
Like, there's so many.
Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
boy.
Buzz Lightyear's not in Cars.
I know, but it's just sitting right there.
So as a toy guy,
Cars.
like, I like toys.
Yeah.
And when the movie Toys came out, Buzz Lightyear blew my face off as a kid, because I saw him and I saw all the points of articulation, and I was like, this guy is the ultimate toy. And then the toy came out and did not have the same. It wasn't as posable as they made him out to believe. Like, he didn't have finger joints and stuff. They lied to me, and it made me mad.
You want to see the one we have now? Like, this is probably one of the newer ones. Hold on.
Sure. No problem. And I figured it out. Sam Rockwell is in the original Ninja Turtles. He's the head thug. FYI.
Oh, look at you. All right. So he's the one who's like,
so
you want menthol or regular? Is it that guy?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Menthol or
he's the
regular?
head thug. I gotta rewatch it, but I knew I remembered Sam Rockwell and Ninja Turtles, and I'm like, why did I remember his Casey?
Nice.
Because he's such a badass that I just pictured him playing the most badass character. Oh, look at Buzz Lightyear.
I missed him. Hey, okay, yeah. So, see, that's a very nice one.
Does not do anything. He doesn't.
But like the way he looks, it looks like he should be able to fully articulate his waist, and he can't. Right? He can bend it maybe side to side. No side to side.
He can't. This one is his head moves.
Yeah.
Like that's it.
That's embarrassing, but he's still cool looking. Yep.
He's still a good looking toy.
Oh, he's a great looking toy.
I have Woody myself. Hey, sometimes we work blue on GORP. Sometimes we got to work blue on GORP. And I'm ready for the next topic, but I would say the toys in Hollywood that stood out the most to me growing up were small soldiers, because I always wanted to be like have toys that, like, in my mind, like when you're a child, like, and you have that imagination, your toys were alive. When they were alive when you weren't around. At least in my head, like they had their own world. They were living it up. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, toy soldiers, I feel like made that concept very real for people. Which is like when you leave the room, your toys come to life and they do
And
things
they
behind your
want
back.
to kill you.
And,
yeah.
Yeah, I wanted the Gorgonites. Like, I guess, like, I've never been good at being a bad guy because I'm always like, even in video games and everything, I'm always like, I try to go to the good side unless I absolutely have to play both storylines. Like, I always lean towards doing the good stuff. Like, it makes me feel bad, even though I know there's no real life consequences. Doing something bad, if you're a bad person, Jessica, I can already see it in your face. But it always makes me feel bad doing the wrong thing in those video games. And it was the same with that movie.
I'm just thinking, I never saw Toy Soldiers. I wasn't allowed to watch it.
Because of the devil?
Surprisingly. I don't know if it was because of the devil or the
devil.
violence. I don't know, but I just never saw it. I've never seen it, even to this day.
It's good.
You need to watch
the best
it.
part is when
I know.
the best part of the movie is when Kirsten Dunst is talking to the main character on the phone and they're like crushing on each other and they both confess that they really love Led Zeppelin. And okay, you're 14 in the 90s. You don't love Led Zeppelin. Shut up. Who wrote this?
Maybe
anyway.
Nirvana. Maybe Nirvana.
Right. I mean, I was 14 and I love Led Zeppelin.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm the only one. Anyway. Pretentious. Yeah.
I was anyway. Gorgonites for life. Gorgonites. Jessica, what is the next topic?
Oh, let's hit them up.
Okay, next topic.
Toys. Who's your favorite toy?
Battery operated.
Yay!
We're going blue on Gorp.
And I was the one working blue.
I didn't choose this.
Gorp.
This was a
Sure, Jessica.
situation.
It's amazing how like your mind automatically just goes there, and it's nowadays
It's because
they're all chargeable. I hope they're.
Yeah, that's fair. That is fair.
I mean, you know what? I'm gonna keep it clean.
Toys,
How about that?
like, okay.
Yeah. How about?
I think maybe like the trucks, like the monster, like the rock crawler monster trucks.
Oh, yeah.
Like
RC cars.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
RC
no,
cars?
not RC.
I have one of
kind
those.
of. I don't know.
They are
Well,
RC cars. They're remote controlled cars.
Oh, well, I feel like RC cars is redundant.
That's what they're called.
RC cars.
Saying.
I really thought that was a brand. RC
remote
cars.
control car. Yeah, I
Did
thought
you
RC
really think
was
that's
a.
the brand?
I thought
Yeah, I
RC
thought
was
RC was
a
a brand.
brand.
Yeah.
You're like,
Nope,
in
remote
Toy
control.
Story, hey,
Stands for
RC's
remote
trying
control.
I used to have
something like,
I used to have a remote control hovercraft, and it was really cool because in Louisiana we have ditches. Every front yard has a ditch because it rains and you have to have floods, So we could just ride our little remote control hovercraft. Yeah, it was cool. What else was? Oh, I had a
a
He-Man
remote
sword.
control hovercraft. Did it go?
I have the power.
Oh, I mean, the lightsabers, like that's
I wasn't
like
wealthy
classic.
enough to have a lightsaber.
I really want one still.
I just had like
36.
the one that was like a flashlight with like the stuff connected to it.
There
That's
you
the one.
go.
Yeah.
The dollar store one. Yeah,
Yeah.
the dollar store one that wasn't like one color. It was a rainbow lightsaber.
Oh, yeah.
The
Oh, yeah,
dollar
yeah.
Store.
Or you get it at State
I
Fair.
remember
The
that
guy who
one.
walks around, he's got the State Fair ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the glowy glow things from those fairs, like it had like it was like a sphere with like little
Yeah.
things that like
You're like Sailor
moved
Moon with it.
around
Yeah,
and
yeah,
spread
yeah.
it. And there was like a mini rave.
Yeah, and like
So I'm
those
gonna be
years when
honest.
you
The
didn't
first one
get
that comes
one.
to
Go ahead.
Yeah, I never got one. They always looked cool though.
So do you guys remember the company like Tiger Electronics?
Oh yeah,
I think
They
it
had
was
the,
called, and they made all these
games.
battery operated toys in like the 90s. Yeah, they had all these battery operated toys in like the 90s, and they came out with a robot. Okay, and I'm trying to remember his name. I'm looking it up right now as we speak. And you put tapes in him, right? He was a cassette player, but he had buttons on him that the cassette would tell
Teddy
different
Ruxpin.
stories.
Teddy Ruxpin.
No, it wasn't a Teddy Ruxpin. It was a robot. It was
Teddy
a
Ruxpin's big. Oh, Teddy
I think
Ruxpin's a
it was
robot.
like
You fool.
1990.
Yeah, Teddy Ruxpin. It was a definition.
It wasn't
of
a Teddy.
robot.
It was a robot. It was a
Teddy Ruxpin's a robot.
It was not a
You
Teddy.
can't tell me he's not a robot.
No,
Just
it was
'cause
not
he's
a.
fluffy.
had the Teddy Ruxpin, and it played cassettes, and
No, I'm trying to remember what it was and what the name of it was. Oh, it was I found him. Oh gosh, what Tommy 2XL. Tommy 2XL.
That's a bad name.
Look him up. Look up Tommy 2XL. Like seriously,
Okay.
look it up. Or like Tiger XL, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Tommy
Right?
2XL.
And Tommy 2XL robot. You'll know
Oh,
exactly.
God. Underwear.
ads.
Yeah. Anyway,
No.
yeah,
I googled look up Tiger toy robot
I
from
see him
90s.
now.
it's too late.
That
What about the Top Boy,
that
Home
thing's
Alone?
terrifying.
No, that reminds you of hold on one second, Josh. Hold on 1 second. Keep that thought though. Don't lose that thought. I want to come back to that.
It's gone.
But no, so he reminded me of the robot from Rocky 3 with Clubber Lang, and I wanted him so bad. You've never seen Rocky 3, Jess?
I have seen Rocky.
No
3,
one's
but he
seen
reminds me
Rocky
more of
3.
Alfalfa from Power Rangers.
Yeah, well, that was no, perfect, right? Yes, exactly. And I wanted this robot so bad, and we were so poor. But my mom worked at a toy store, and she has recently confessed to myself and my wife. Yeah, she has recently confessed to my wife and myself that the reason we were able to get all these toys this time was because it was going out of business, and it was easier to rip them off. So she was punching in her own prices for these toys, so she could afford them for us. And she's
Nice.
like, I'm sorry.
Gosh.
He was like, my kids deserve the best toys. I wanted you guys to have one Christmas that you'd remember forever.
Fuck yeah.
So she...
Me too. Gosh.
But yeah, man. And it was my favorite thing because I had like a Batman story with him, and I had a Tales from the Crypt Keeper story with him, and like all these cool things that he'd like light up and he'd talk to you, and he was like he's gonna be pathetic. He was like my best friend.
And what about
That's so
you,
sweet,
Josh?
buddy. No, I feel you though.
I think we just figured out so much about Fry just now. We've all
No,
talked
I mean,
to him,
don't
man.
don't feel bad, dude. Like over here, just over here, like 5 feet from me, I have a giant chest full of all my old toys, all my X-Men's, all my Ninja Turtles, my He-Mans. They're all right there. I keep them because they were my best friends, dude. That's what toys do. So you personify your shit.
Josh, you're kind of like me, where we're like our fathers made us watch all these '80s movies when we were growing up. Do you remember Short Circuit?
Oh yeah, Johnny Five.
You remember Short? Yeah, Johnny is alive.
Yeah.
So man, it was real life to me because I was engulfed in those '80s movies.
Okay, dude.
Josh, you had a thought there while I was ranting about 2XL. What,
the
what
Talk
was
Boy.
that again?
Home Alone had the Talk Boy. That was a phenomenon.
Oh,
because it was featured in Home Alone 2.
Yeah.
It was just a recorder.
Yes, I do.
It was a recorder you
yeah.
could speed up or slow shit
I wanted one
down.
of those.
Everyone on Earth wanted
Yeah.
I
one.
wanted one of those so bad.
And now
Yes.
we have
Yeah,
iPhones.
you're
so
not
they're
alone.
they're so obsolete. Like ridiculously obsolete. More so than a
And
calculator.
keep the change.
You filthy animal.
Keep the change, you
Yeah.
filthy animal. So
I think the one I used the most was like the Furby. I had a Furby.
Oh, Furby.
Now
Perfect.
like
Dude.
that thing was creepy.
Yeah, but Furby was like banned in government facilities because it was a fucking a security OPSEC threat. Yeah. It would just randomly record whenever it felt like it. Wow.
yeah, it was like your first nanny cam. It was like your first nanny cam.
People
I
thought it was
remember, one time I was
artificial
laying in
intelligence.
bed, and then like my Furby decided to go crazy, and I'm like, it's time to you're dead now. Go away.
Yeah,
No, I don't
baseball
need you.
bat.
My sister had the same intuition as you had, Jessica, because she put her. I never wanted one, but my sister put her Furby, she faced it towards the back of the bookshelf because she didn't want it to go off while she was asleep, so she turned it around. That's funny you said that. Really quick before we go on to the next topic, Jessica, because I know you're shaking that that. You know what? I'm going to be careful. Shaking our pool chest.
Good work. I know you've been singing them.
It was gonna be worse. It was gonna be worse the first time. Do you guys remember Digipets? The digital
Fuck yeah.
pets? Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I
That
have
was-
one, there's one lost in my desk right now that my son got for Christmas.
Nice.
wait, what?
But it's
You
lost.
gave him your old
Tamagotchis.
Digipet for Christmas?
No, but he got his sister bought him one for Christmas.
Oh,
And
gotcha.
That's
Uh,
cool.
I have like a hole in my desk, and one of the twins put it in the hole, and we can't get to it. Like the desk weighs like 150 pounds, so
Mm.
it's just lost.
Oh no.
That was definitely one of those toys
Oh,
for sure
no.
that like it for me at least, it felt like if you didn't get that toy, you just need to just go die somewhere. Like that's it.
You were ostracized. Like,
Yeah.
you weren't
Yeah.
cool. Like, and I didn't
Yeah.
have one. Well, they were cool, and as soon as I got one,
Oh.
something else cool came up, and I was like,
Yeah. Oh no, we're doing yo-yos
It was like
now. Fuck.
Pokemon. When
Yeah.
yeah. Oh my gosh, Yo-Yos had a moment. Do you remember the fireballs? Yeah, the fireball and what was the other one that was from this?
demonstrations or like professional yo-yo.
Yeah.
players would
We
come and,
did
like,
during that time.
Yeah.
tricks.
Get
And
the
I'm
guy
like,
come
oh.
out and
The X-Brain.
Yo-yos.
That's what I was thinking of.
Walkie
The
doggies.
X-Brain, the smart yo-yo.
Sorry, I just looked
Yeah.
it up right before we started. Yo-yo is the first known written about toy. It's 500 BC in
Huh.
Greece. Even though we know it was invented in China way before, that's the first toy that was mentioned in writing. 500 BC.
Bearings, though. Bearings.
Oof.
You need
Yeah.
bearings to operate a yo-yo. So we'd have to see when. So it probably, yeah, it probably wasn't like a legit yo-yo, but it was like a makeshift yo-yo, if that makes sense, that they were using.
That was the
because
original concept.
I don't think
yeah.
bearings were in. Yeah, that makes more sense. Because like
Yeah.
the yo-yo became the yo-yo when you had bearings to keep that sucker.
Oh, yeah.
But
So that must have been 80s because ball bearings as a concept really like it used in skateboards late 70s, and then I think that spurred on yo-yos becoming hot shit like they are probably early 80s or so, wouldn't you say?
oh man, I hope yo-yos make a comeback. That'll be fun.
They're always
Yo-yos
around.
were fun. My dad was the Eddie Murphy. My dad was Eddie Murphy's mother. Where I wanted all the cool kids. My mom made sure I went to school in like a fairly affluent area because they had a really good elementary school, and all the kids had the X-Brains and the fireballs, like the really badass yo-yos that came out. Like, and I wanted one so bad, like you said, like the Digipet. You weren't a cool kid; you should just go die.
No,
It was
just
the
go
same
die.
with yo-yos for a while at that school. And I showed my dad, and my dad's like, $50 for a yo-yo. He's like, when I was a kid, we used the Duncan. That was the real yo. And he bought me a butterfly Duncan yo-yo.
I
The
mean-
biggest Yeah, the
He's not
biggest yo-yo
I
ever.
mean,
For like
Duncan-
$5.
Duncan's
He's
still
like,
tight.
if you learn how to use that yo-yo properly, he goes, you learn how to use that yo-yo properly, I'll buy you one of these. He knew damn well I was not going to commit my time to the Duncan butterfly yo-yo.
Oh, dude, I got good. I could do all the tricks and then make it do the thing, and then it goes in your nose and through the other nostril. Yep. I saw a Reddit post
I could
recently
do the walk
of
the dog
oh yeah,
and the thread.
I saw a
Go
post
ahead,
on
the
Reddit
red-
recently
the clock. I could do the clock.
where this guy had it was a Xerox, an X-ray of his hands, both hands, and he's a professional, I guess, yo-yo guy. I guess he's professional somehow. I don't know how that works, but his right hand, his two fingers, had almost no nerves, like no living nerves in these hands, because when you pick it up, it slams your hand so hard.
Yeah.
It's just showing the effects of yo-yos on your nerve endings.
On the
Disgusting.
human body. These are the effects of a yo-yo on the human body.
And if you guys were wondering how we stayed on topic just now, it is because the X-Brain required a watch battery.
Watch battery.
okay.
We should have
Toys
put toys that
today.
hurt you. Oh, toys today. Oh yeah. So,
Oh my
Jess, what are the kids? You got the children. What are they playing with now besides video games?
God.
What are them kids playing with now, Jess?
Those darn
Mine's video game. They like bikes.
Not a
My
toy.
kids like to be outside or they're playing video games. Like I have this room full of toys, and I literally had to clean off spider webs because they don't like to play with the toys. They would just be outside or video games. I'm like,
Dang.
I'm just gonna get rid of all these things and turn this room into my office because
Yeah.
That's
it doesn't
lame.
get used. It's lame.
I mean,
Like,
it makes
look
sense
at this.
though.
Look at this cool Darth Vader. Like,
Yeah.
why wouldn't you want to play with this guy?
My little brothers and
Lucas-
sisters are like that
and this
too. They
one.
don't.
You
They
got
love
video
this
games.
thing. They
I think it's a
all they-
puppet.
It's a puppet.
It's a puppet.
Puppets to toys.
It's sticky.
That
It's like,
counts.
but it
Yeah.
they love this thing, and it's
Yeah, I like
like
that.
$2 at Walmart. Like,
That's always how it goes. Play with the box, not the toy.
Oh.
I have a dinosaur. Um,
I too have a dinosaur.
but yeah,
also
that's how it
have,
goes,
like
though.
a remote control dinosaur.
Ooh.
Remote
walking
control
or something?
dinosaur.
Yeah, that thing's it walks and
Cool.
I
It-
feel
it's
like
pretty cool.
I feel like today when I take my nieces and nephews shopping for toys, toys have gotten significantly more expensive.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
toys today, yeah. Like toys today are like the exclusive property of kids that still play with toys. Lego owns those kids. Like Lego owns those kids that still play with toys. And Lego sets are and they're expensive.
They're so
like
expensive.
There's so much and they're so elaborate. You want to know what my first Legos were, team? It was a white 5-gallon bucket filled with an assortment of Legos that my next door neighbor was giving away, and he saw my dad. And he's like, "Hey, your son might like these."
Yeah.
Now your first set of Legos is an $80 Star Wars Death Star. That's not even the full size because that's $280. It's like a miniature one.
Ooh,
I've never had
I
a
saw one
set
for the Millennium
in my
Falcon
life.
the other day.
I can't imagine
Me
how
neither.
expensive
You
that
saw
thing
one
is.
today,
You-
Jessica?
The Millennium Falcon
Yeah.
was like $175. I'm too I can't afford that. It seems cool, but that's a little crazy. You gotta. They never thought that you would have to save up for Legos. Like, just in my mind, like they're just Legos. But if you want a set, they're pricey.
Yeah.
Is that
I've
like the
never
only
had
time you hope your kid is dumb?
No, I never hope my kids are dumb.
Well, please
like,
no,
I
no,
have to
it's like-
process
so
that
here's-
question.
Let me explain my stance on this. You spend $152 on a Lego set. You hope it takes your kid a couple days to put together. Like, please get a couple days of enjoyment out of this. And then they walk out of the room in 2 hours and like, look how smart I am, Mom. And you're like, well, fuck. You're already done?
But that's one of my favorite
Oh, my
parts of
word.
the Lego movie was spaceship, because when I was a kid, I never had a set in my life. I just had like you. I had the 5-gallon bucket of garbage, and it was perfect. It's all I needed. I can make a castle. I can make a robot, but I always made a goddamn spaceship. Me and my brother would compete who can make the coolest spaceship, and then we would fight with our spaceships and pew 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 pew, whatever. That was the best part of that movie because that's all I did. Spaceship! I just made spaceships. Like, what else you supposed? Oh, fucking, we had the Pirates of the Caribbean
Bro,
licensed pirate ship with Sparrow.
Jessica, I don't know if Kate is like this, but my first experience with Legos was literally like I got that bucket of Legos. My dad brought it over. He sets down the room and I start playing with it. And I'd say within 30 minutes, he's like, no, you're doing it wrong. Let me show you. And by the end of the night, I'm sitting up against the wall and my dad is building the Titanic out of these Legos in my room. And he goes, watch, shut off the lights. These ones glow in the dark. And he does it and I'm just like, yay.
It's a very specific thing that I've noticed all dads do. Like he won't go and help unless he is asked because he knows that as soon as he sits down and he starts building stuff, it's done. Like, but yeah, I've seen other dads do it too, and I'm just like, this is just a universal thing where boys just like to play with Legos. Like that's just.
You don't like
Is what it
Legos? What's wrong with you? You got a problem with
I never
Legos?
played am. Like, I like.
Were Legos banned too in your house?
No, my brothers had Legos. I liked Lincoln Logs. I could do Lincoln Logs all
Lincoln
day.
Logs. Lincoln Logs cool.
This is gonna turn into the I was broke too
Connects.
show because Lincoln Logs was my mom's like exception because she couldn't afford the Connects or the I think they were like the steel was Connects, right?
Yeah, the sticks.
There was
like,
one
the holes,
called
like...
there was one called Constructs, and it was kind of a.
It might have been Constructs or Connects. Okay,
Connects was the metal.
my mom couldn't afford those, so Jessica. The what is the word I'm looking for? The consultation prize was Lincoln Logs because they were affordable.
Consolation.
The consultation happened before the
Starring
consolation.
Don Cheadle. Yeah.
There we go. Oh man, yep. It just I liked Lincoln Logs and Barbies.
Yeah.
I was all about Barbies.
Barbies. How do you feel about the movie
Kids today?
So many Barbies.
Do kids today still play with Barbies? Before we talk about the movie coming out, because now we're off of Toys in Hollywood, Josh, but you brought it right back. Do kids still play with Barbies? Because in Milan, I passed by a Barbie store.
Oh.
I don't know. My daughter doesn't care about Barbies. She would rather be playing out there with the boys. So someone gave her a Barbie and she loved it for like 2 days, and then she was like, and this is dead. Like she didn't care. Like she doesn't she never liked dolls. Like even baby dolls. Like she just doesn't care.
Yeah.
So Josh did ask you a question, Jessica, and I rudely accused him of going back on topics, as I am known to do on the other property, the Sad Fan. He asked
plug
you.
That in there.
I'm a professional. He asked you, how do you feel about the Barbie movie coming out with Ryan Gosling and Margot Robbie?
I don't care.
Cool.
It's Ryan Gosling. He's
Moving on.
weird looking. I don't know.
I think it's strange they
His
cast
face is
two
wrong.
40-plus-year-olds, but whatever. But yeah, toys today are
You're
it's a
acting
good
like
thing.
they're
Like
bold.
Toys R Us is out of business, and like I still collect toys as an adult, but the toys I want literally cost $200 because it's a super hyper posable Wolverine
Ooh, that's
doll
perfect for our
made in
next.
Japan.
Perfect for our next topic. Are you too old for toys?
No,
Boom.
because kids are too old for toys, but adults are too young for toys or something. You got to work on that.
I just bought like a 12-pack of slime. Like just for me. Like not for my kids, but for me. So I can like play with
Gak?
the slime. Yeah, like Gak.
Cool.
And it came with like little packages of like either glitter or little balls and stuff to put into it to like make it textury. And
That's cool.
I'm hiding
Like
it
Flo.
from my children because they're mine.
That's cool.
I
Good
thought
job.
you were going to say you just bought a 12-pack of alcohol so you wouldn't be accused of acting like a child while you played with all of your toys. You could just say, I'm hammered.
No, I will
No.
freely play with my toys. I do not care.
So I'm a video game guy now. Unfortunately, I still like my dad collects toys still, so I'll buy him stuff. I'll buy him like board games. Like I bought him like the Wooden Risk set, and he like loves that. We play it every time I go there for the holidays and stuff. I bought him like a Mandalorian action figure for a bunch of money.
Nice.
I bought him at Disneyland at Star Wars Land. I don't know if you guys remember in the Millennium Falcon, they have the chess game going on, the Star Wars chess game going on.
Yeah.
I bought him that. I bought him the actual chess game that's
Chess
on the Millennium
set?
Falcon. Yeah,
interactive
it's not
like that?
chess. It's like that's the first thing he said. I'm like, this is expensive, Dick. No, it's not hologram and shit. But it's cool. It's a collector's item. But no, it's they don't talk and
where he's coming from. Like
attack each other. That would be cool, but no, it is the collector's edition. Like it was like $50.
I bet you that we could like if enough people wanted it, they could do like a VR style like.
They made that.
Like
In the mid-'90s, they had an arcade game that was kind of like Street Fighter or whatever, but it had a holographic aspect to it, very much like the Star Wars chess game. Like you looked into it, and it was a hologram of people fighting. But I only saw it one time, and then never saw it again. So probably sucked. I don't know.
The 90s were such a cool time for toys. Yeah, the 90s were such a cool time for toys. Like, I remember that's the first time I got to use the Viewmaster, and then we had these toys where you could shine lights through, and you had the little photographic cartridge, and you put it in, and the light would shine the image onto your wall that was in that photographic cartridge.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really cool. Now, oftentimes we end so abruptly that we don't have a segment for the end of this show. And you know what? It's because we all love these topics so much that once we get talking about it, we just go. Go ahead, Jessica.
I don't know what's going on. I'm excited.
Yes. So for this new segment, it's gonna take some time to find its legs, but we're gonna give the audience a chance to either try to read our minds or give us their input. So it's rapid fire. We only get to say like one sentence off about what the next topic is. Okay? And it's just your lightning round, and then once you've said your sentence, it's over. Nope, you get a pick.
You pick one.
And then we'll go lightning round off of whatever shows up.
No look. Already picked. Whatever.
Favorites.
Oh!
Lightning round.
Okay, my favorite toy was the X-Men action figures, $5 a piece back in the 90s.
Jessica.
My favorite was the Light Bright. My mom tried to sell it at a yard sale, and I stole it back.
Nice.
Ooh. My favorite toy was my collector's set of different variations of Wolverine action figures.
Very cool.
And that is it.
Very cool.
That is it for the show. Thank you guys for having me. I think we're going to continue to tweak that segment, but I like it because it allows me to pose a question to the audience every week when I drop the episode, and I get their input on what do they think. Why do they think that was Josh's favorite toy? Why does Jessica like Light Bright so much? Is she afraid of ghosts? Why does Fry like Wolverine? Is he short?
Is that why he grows a beard?
Is that why he grows a beard? Is he Canadian? But Josh, where can they reach you?
Oh, I'm at GORP Show on Twitter and Instagram, and also on the gram, I'm at JR Berkeley.
Follow that. Follow that. He's lacking followers. I'm going to send followers and vibes your way. Jessica, where can they reach you?
You can find me at Bookish Nerdy Jess on BookTok or on TikTok.
On BookTok.
That's my segment of TikTok. It's Book Talk. And Bookish Nerdy Jess on Instagram.
Let's talk about books, baby.
Where you found that Fry guy?
Where are you?
You guys can find me on. I'm not in charge of your minds. You guys can find me at at the Sad Fan Media Group on YouTube, where we post all of our videos every week, and we respond to all of the comments you guys send our way. So please, please, please reach out to us on that channel. And again, that channel is the Sad Fan Podcast Network. And then you can reach me at the Sad Fan Pod on Twitter, where you can also reach Wesley Watkins, his sister Chelsea, or Julie. And then you can reach me at the Sad Fan on Twitter.
Wow.
Thank you guys so much. That was fun.
Keep gorping, you guys, jerks.